Lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love and welcome to another update on your Metal King, aka Divine Masculine. We call him Metal King because that's actually the name of a card in this deck, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and that's when he first identified himself as such. That's this card, Metal King, and that's why we stopped calling. It used to be DM Download, but now it's Metal King because that's how he wanted to be identified. Okay, because he was cloaked in armor. Okay, now before we begin the update today, I just want to kind of slightly build on what I was saying yesterday about, loving unconditionally rather than codependently, and being able to strike that balance between you loving yourself and loving this other person. And loving yourself unconditionally comes first, and then we can talk about the other person after. And it's about creating those healthy boundaries that teach people how to treat you. Now, it's very important, especially for twin flames, because this is a twin flame higher soulmate reading, okay? And why it's important for twin flames is because twin flames share a connecting chakra, okay? Right? They share a connecting chakra, right? The divine masculine is on this side, whether man or woman, and the divine feminine is on this side, always. Again, whether man or woman. And when all these lights meet, like how they're meeting here, still incomplete. This is my report that I'm going to go a little further into, because I always give you guys an update, right? As we heal, all these lights start moving from the outer band, okay, from the outer band here. Start moving from the person's individual energy center and move towards the center into the connecting chakra, right? As we heal. If no healing is happening, then there's no movement in these lights, okay? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. You see, especially for those who have a third party attached to their connection. As long as you're there loving this person codependently, you're not doing any healing in your heart space, and they aren't doing any healing in your heart space, in their heart space. And DF, she is the one, and by she I mean feminine energy, is the one that leads the healing. As she begins to heal energetically, the twin also begins to heal. The divine masculine begins his healing. If the DF is there caught up in the drama of third party situations, or not paying attention to her healing and more paying attention to his healing, then they aren't going anywhere as a couple. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you this in real life. This is mine, okay? And this is what my ring looks like. And this is the kind of graph that I give you when you do a twin flame tuning and I look at your twin flame ring, okay? This is what my ring looked like July of this year, after 2 years of speaking to my twin. We never had any sexual contact in the physical, but we always identified ourselves as friends, okay? Always had a sexual connection there. We always knew there was feelings, but nobody really doing anything about it because he was with someone else and I wasn't going there. So July of this year, this is what had happened, okay? So, okay, we definitely met. We met each other, and I had been doing a lot of healing in my heart space. So you can see my heart was almost there at center. I had spoken my truth previously the year before, and I told him how I felt. Let me just give you a little light so you can see these lights a bit clearly. Yeah. I told him how I'd felt previously. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me just organize the light here. Yeah. I told him how I'd felt previously, but clearly he wasn't really taking me on. And that's because there was somebody else in his life. And as much as he was attracted to me, as much as he was feeling stuff for me, just wasn't paying attention. And that's why I keep telling you, as long as there's somebody else in the middle of the connection, they're not going to see the true you. They're not going to see the true beauty. You're going to be that little crutch or that narc supply that they run to when things don't go right in their life. And usually if they have a karmic partner, things will not be going right in their life because that karmic partner is supposed to be the distorted version of themselves. Okay, so there's always going to be drama in their karmic relationship because the karmic is reflecting to them, back to them, their narcissistic energy and all that drama. So anytime things get dramatic and can't cope, run back to you, the DF. You give them that nice narc supply. You give them like it's a hit of coke, and they're good for the next 2 weeks or so until they need a top up. Okay, and that's what he was doing. So Very little movement in the heart space. Look here, just a bulb of light in the heart space. Wasn't speaking his truth at all, and wasn't really responding to triggers. He wasn't really triggered at all. I wasn't triggering him because I was trying to prove to him that I had a loyal heart, and I was trying to prove to him because I knew he had like abandonment issues. I was trying to prove to him that, you know, I would be there. I would be there for him. I'm not someone that's going to leave, right? And I felt I had to prove that to him because previously I kind of ghosted him, right? So I was trying to prove to him that I was a different person. And I was a different person. I had done a lot of healing, as you see, right? So I was trying to prove to him that. But that is not what loving unconditionally is all about. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, right? So he was not responding to the triggers, and that's why there was very little room in the heart space until I started laying down my boundaries about our interactions, right? And setting the parameters by which we would communicate. And then we had a massive tower moment. And bam, that's when things started moving in our connection, right? So bam, I was fully triggered. He got very triggered as well. And then that's when he started to do healing in his heart space. And I moved to center, right? My lights moved to center. And that's when he started doing healing in the heart space and really recognizing what this connection was all about. And that's when he started speaking his truth to someone, not to me, to someone. Okay. And of course, twins are always connected by the cerebellum chakra. I have it in gray here, but it's not necessarily gray. And that's why you dream about them a lot. And there's astral communication because the cerebellum is called the well of dreams. So you're always connected there. And then bam, or third eye got connected as well. So we were feeling each other on a very intuitive level. But that didn't happen until I laid down those boundaries and until we had that massive tower moment. Okay. And then this was what? October. And then in October, more movement again, especially on his side. Previously where he was kind of halfway, he started going 3/4 here, and then speaking his truth, being his authentic self, really moving into his authenticity, really recognizing what this connection was all about. Now you'll notice for us that our sacral lights aren't on, and that's 2 reasons. Now, one, he and I have one of the things that we are healing is attitudes towards sex, right? He and I both have unhealthy attitudes towards sex, so that hasn't been healed as yet, even though we've been doing some I've been doing some massive work on that, but we haven't healed that as yet. Sometimes when we see that, that's because the people haven't had sex. We haven't had sex, but there are people who haven't had sex and their sacral light is still on, because sacral light is also about creative energy. So for some reason, all sacral chakra is kind of blocked. So we're working on that, I guess, right? But he started speaking his truth, being his authentic self. I'm almost center here, and the same thing here, right? All our lights basically on, except of course the sacral light. And then he is doing massive work in his heart space. Again, ever increasingly going closer to center. I have one little dot to go here about speaking my truth and be my authentic self. And he's also moving there as well. And that's because somebody laid down the boundary. Okay? And we closed that karmic cycle where we had that dysfunctional relationship with each other, where I was trying to prove my love and he was just interested in trying to get me into a kind of sexual situation. Okay, so that's why, you know, those boundaries are important. They're very important for healing, and that's why it's very important for you to focus on your healing and not just focus on this other person. So I'm going to start back my healing messages maybe either on Sunday or Mondays, because we have to really focus on ourselves. This is really good because sometimes it takes away the anxiety of wondering what's going on with your twin or what's going on with your soulmate. But that's all it's there for. It's not for you to become fixated on this person and their journey. They're having their journey. It's very important that you start yours, especially if you're leading the way. Okay? Because I'm recognizing I have a mix of people on my channel now. I have a lot of new people that are new to the journey, and then I have those that are in surrender and acceptance. So I'm asking those who are in surrender and acceptance, if you just go through the comments, maybe there are things that I missed. If there's somebody that you can help, give them a little bit of enlightenment, tell them about your journey, or answer any kind of questions. I would like that kind of mentoring to happen, you know? Okay. All right, guys. So let me shut up. All right. So let's see what's going on with your Metal King, okay? What's happening with your Metal King? So I'm hoping that you guys went through that checklist from yesterday. Today is the 13th of December. So if you go back to the reading of 12th December, you can get that checklist in the pinned comments and check and see if you're loving codependently or unconditionally, because sometimes we think we're loving unconditionally and we're not. We're just being clingy. All right. So what is Metal King doing? We have here, this is a card, my card of abundance. So he's trying to create something in the material world. I'm going to take off the lights on this now. Yeah, he's trying to create something in the material world and really focuses on his abundance. And that's been a consistent message these past couple months. All right, so let's see what's going on in his life. Right. Again, we keep getting this card. The veil has been lifted. No longer being bamboozled by the karmic, no longer being bamboozled by karmics in their life, because they could also have karmics in terms of their family members, could be friends, could be a job. No longer bamboozled by that. The veil has been lifted off their eyes and they're seeing things clearly, and they're seeing things through the eyes of beauty. They're also seeing you through the eyes of beauty, and they're really having a positive outlook on their life, and they're seeing things with clarity. What's also happening? Still working on that communication. It comes up in nearly every reading we have. The word Lord. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. And that's what they're being driven to do by spirit, because card number 43, that reduces to 7. 7 is about divine intervention. So they're here trying to prepare this communication to send to you that tells you, one, about their love, but also tells you about their deceptions from the past. So they're still working on that. Really been at it, and I'm getting the feeling like they write and then they scrap. They write and then they scrap. So it's a question now of courage. Okay, we have the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. So your person is finally seeing, DM is finally seeing the big picture. Okay, really we have the eagle here. So I'm getting like Aquarian energy, and Aquarian energy about seeing the big picture, seeing that collective picture, and moving into that enlightenment, being led by spirit guides. It says angelic help, so they're receiving help from spirit, and what that help is doing, this is a card number 12, and 12 is of course the Hangman. So what that is doing is really giving them a different perspective on themselves, a different perspective on this connection. Okay. What else is happening? We get the wise woman of Wonderland. Integrity, compromise. There we have the white rabbit, right? Follow the white rabbit. So, you know, your person, your DM is coming out of the matrix, right? If we think about Alice in Wonderland, and if we think about the matrix, about following the white rabbit, you are leading the way, right? This is how they see you, as the wise woman, right? It's somebody who has integrity and someone who is able to compromise, right? So they are following your lead, and that's why I guess I was led to give you that message about you leading the way, because you are leading the way for your person, for your DM. Okay, they want to collaborate with you. It's a card number 21. Now 21 is the closure of a cycle and at the beginning of a new one, but 21 is also reduced to 3, which is a card about collaboration. 21 is also a card about wholeness. So this person coming, balancing their masculine and feminine energy, and coming into wholeness of self, and really stepping into their authenticity. Let's get a few more cards. We have not seen this card ever. It says the map maker of destiny, authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. So this person is stepping into their purpose. They're finding the reason why they are here, right? They might be a writer, they might be a poet, but they're embarking on some kind of creative project, right? And they're using their free will to break free from some kind of restraint. And it could be some kind of old ideas related to love, because this is card number 24, reduces to 6, and 6 is all about love. So they're stepping into their purpose, and they're being inspired by you, and they're being inspired by love itself. So there's a lot of angelic presence and a lot of help around them now that's guiding them down the right path. What else is happening? We have the chess queen. All right, so they have you in their sights and they want to checkmate you. In so many different ways. Because they trust you. You're one of the only persons in their life that they trust, that they feel they can truly trust and collaborate with. Number 3, right? So they're strategizing on how to get you back. How do they get you back into their life? How do they get themselves out of particular situations? So there's a lot of strategy that's happening here, because it looks like there's a third party for a lot of you. Card number 3, card number 3. Yeah, there's a lot of third party here, and they're trying to figure out another number 3 here. So 333, and we just had the 333 portal yesterday. So, you know, they're really stepping into their power and also stepping into their spiritual gifts and to their purpose. Because 333, master number 33, talks about mastering your spiritual gifts. Let's get a couple more cards. So spiritually, this is what's happening with your person right now. Right? And Queen of the Light. I tell you, you've been shining a light for this person. It says illumination, enlightenment, celebration. And again, another card, number 6. So this is all about love. You've taught them about love. And this is so very much a twin flame connection. Flame in the hand, flame in the hand there. You've really led the way for this person. Really illuminated the path forward for them. And now they're here, the sun dancers. Joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. And that's what your person is doing. And it looks like, card looks like 2 people, you know, embracing. But it's really 1 person. So it's like 2 become 1, you know. So they're really focusing on their abundance. And the sun dancers, the sun is about stepping into your masculine energy and having that vitality in life. So that's what your person is doing right now. They're really stepping into their masculine energy and really using that masculine power to manifest. And, you know, and they're also having a sense of optimism about their life. Okay, now let's see what's happening in their life in terms of the 3D. What's happening in their life in terms of the 3D. So this is the 5D mainly. In the 3D, what's happening in their life? We have gift. What I'm getting here is that Spirit is presenting them with a gift. And it's a gift of hope, because 17 is a star card, and it's also a gift of courage, right? Spirit is presenting that to them. But I'm getting also that they're also getting the courage, trying to muster up the courage to bring you some kind of gift. Let me see. Spirit, tell me why gift is here. Let's clarify and see if we get some more information. Spirit, why is gift here? Yeah, this person wants to communicate, because High Priestess, she's mute. So they want to communicate, and there's some kind of gift. I'm getting gift of truth that they want to tell you, because they've closed off some kind of painful cycle in their life, and they want to tell you about it. They want to gift you with their truth, and also they want to demonstrate that they trust you and they have hope for your connection. What else is happening? 3D. What else is happening in their life? We have main male. I'm getting that they're focusing a lot on themselves and on their abundance. And again, they might be trying to make a choice, or may have made a choice between 2 persons. I see 2 women here in the background. One more mature than the other. And here is your person, divine masculine, standing in his power and taking control of his life. Feeling pretty smug, actually. Let's see what that's about. Spirit, why is main male here? Yeah, because this person, they're taking control of their life and they're trying to close a karmic cycle. They also don't want the cycle to end with you. Yeah, you see this Queen of Pentacles who's only concerned about money. I'm getting that they're handling a karmic partner right now. Yeah, and they're trying to get victory here. They're trying to win in this situation. I don't know if they're going through a divorce or something like that. but they're trying to win in this situation. Yet there's been some sort of breakup here with a karmic partner. Okay, and it looks like they've come out on top in the situation with that card number 1 there. Yeah, you see, there's been an ending. There's been an ending for this person. We have 10, we have 1. So ending cycles to begin new ones. They've really stepped into their power and handled the situation. Spirit, tell us why the coffin is here. Now, for some of them, they could have lost a family member. There is that as well. But no, I think it's definitely they're ending a cycle so that they can approach the Queen of Cups. And 19 is also the Sun card. So they're having a sense of optimism now that something has ended. They feel like, you see, they've gotten rid of a karmic. The Queen of Fire reverse is always a karmic, right? They've made a choice to get rid of a karmic so that they can come towards you, the Queen of Cups. Yeah. We have the World in reverse. So they're handling this karmic cycle. So that's what they're looking to end right now. This karmic cycle. Let's get one more card. Let's see if we get a little more clarity. Yeah. And it's been something that they've been anxious about. In fact, this karmic cycle that they're trying to close has been an absolute nightmare. And they want to tell you all about it. I don't think you can imagine the things that they might have been going through. Okay. What else is happening in their life? We have despair, right? They have despair because they've been feeling your loss. And remember, I was telling you guys, any kind of karmic situation that they may be in, whether it's with an intimate partner, whether it's with family members, whether it's with a career, it always mirrors back to them their distorted self. Okay? So they're learning a great deal about themselves through this horrible experience. Just like how you learn a great deal about yourself through looking at them, because they're reflected back to you yourself. And that's another thing I was supposed to talk to you guys about. Was reading the comments yesterday, and there was a lot of harsh criticism for the DMs or the person that, you know, people were watching the channel for, or watching the reading for, whatever. But just remember that especially if this person is your twin, they are a direct reflection of you. Now, they might be an extreme reflection of you, but they are a reflection of you. So if you vibrated and attracted this person into yourself, it means that there's a vibration of that thing that's within them, that's within you. Okay? I didn't see massive healing until, one, I laid down those boundaries, but also when we were in separation, I decided to look at my twin as a direct mirror of myself. Not just a mere shadow, but a direct mirror of myself. And I looked at him objectively and said, okay, where can I see myself in him? Okay, I think that he's a narcissist. Do I have narcissistic qualities? And when I examined myself, yes, I do. And then I thought, okay, well, I think he's a pathological liar. Are there ways that I am not standing in my integrity? And yes, there was. So when you start when you start making that list, and you really start going through that checklist of what you think is wrong with that person, when you reflect that back to yourself, you realize exactly what is wrong with you and what needs healing. So if you want to make some progress in your healing, look at your twin as a direct mirror of yourself. Whatever they are reflecting back to you, that's what you need to heal. Okay? So this person, whatever the karmic's been reflecting back to them is what they needed to heal. And I mean, it's rough. It's harsh, and your person might have been teetering on the brink of despair, but this had to happen so that they could see themselves. Spirit broke them down to the ground. For some of them, they might have lost their job, they might have been homeless, but they had to do that so that their ego could break and they could see all the narcissistic qualities that they were displaying. Yeah, for some of them, we see child. Spirit-wise child here. Now, I'm drawn to the fact that it's a card number 18. So that's a number 9. So they could be doing inner child work. But for some of them, they could be expecting a child. So Spirit, why is this child here? 18 is also moon, which is about shadow work as well. Okay, so it looks like they might have been given to another situation, and that might be because of a child. There might be a child involved. Yeah, and in order to squash the conflict, maybe they were staying with that other person because of this child. But it looks like there's definitely been some kind of breakup. We have 2 of Cups reversed. We have 10 of Pentacles in reverse. We have 3 of Cups in reverse. So there's been some kind of breakup. But it looks like this person might be still given to the situation because of a child. Let's get one more card. What else is happening in their life? It could be that their inner child issues precipitated this distorted connection that they were in. And that's why they were treating you unfairly, and why they got handed their karma in that other situation. Let's get one more card. And then we have message. And again, we get it. Word Lord was a card number 7. We have another card number 7. And that's them preparing a message to send to you. Spirit, what is this message about? Okay, so that they've been juggling. And now they want to reveal some sort of secret here. Yeah. They want to be dependable. They want to provide and protect for you. Some of them might want to reveal that they're a father. You may not have known that. Some of them might have come into their abundance. But some of them have definitely released a karmic, and they want you to know about that. Yeah? Who was very harsh and very abusive. So they want to tell you about that situation. All right, let's have a look at you now. Okay. So DF, or the person watching this video, because you may not necessarily be in a twin connection and watching this video. So the person watching this video, when your person thinks about you, thinks about this connection, where's their head at? Where's their head at? We have 7 of Cups reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have the Emperor, beautiful, Taurus, Aries energy. We have the Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And we have the Wheel of Fortune upright, beautiful. And that's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So when this person thinks about you, thinks about this connection, they're no longer confused as to who or what they want. They are not confused at all. They might have been confused before, but they're not confused now. They know who the one is, and they are stepping in to take charge of their life, bring some kind of order to their life so that they can come towards you. Okay. We see like these tools of architecture, strategy. So this person strategizing. I'm trying to build something solid that they can so that they can really make a move towards you and make some kind of offer. But they're not ready to do that yet. They're not ready to do that yet with this Page of Cups reverse. They're not ready to apologize yet, and that's because they're having a lot of self-doubt. They're heavily codependent, and they have a lack of self-love. So there's lots of insecurities that are milling around in their mind right now. Particularly, they're also very deeply afraid of rejection. They've had an ego death, a total death of the ego. A total death of the ego. So there's a lot of, they're seeing them, they're dealing with their inner wounding, they're dealing with their insecurities, and they're not feeling very confident at all. But what they do know is that it's been a nightmare, not being with you, not being in your presence, and being in this other situation, and they are ready to face their fears and come out of that situation right now. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like the wheel has turned in their favor. They've closed off a long cycle of pain, of betrayal, and they're ready to move forward. They're seeing you as a fated connection. They think this is about faith, it's about destiny, and they're manifesting a new beginning for themselves. Okay? All right, so if this is resonating with you, join me in the extended, and then we're going to have a look at how does DM feel about you, what he might be hiding from you, what is blocking the connection, messages from his 3D self, messages from his 5D self, and then possible actions towards you by the end of the month. Okay, guys, if you're not able to join me in the extended, a really great way of energy exchange, and you should do this for all readers that you watch, because in every relationship there has to be equal give and take, right? So if you could just click on the video, make a comment down below. It could just be a smiley face, a heart, a sad face, whatever the hell it is. I mean, YouTube doesn't care, right? It really helps these videos to get promoted, one. And two, if you can go a little further and go back and click on any of the ads that played during the reading, that also generates revenue for the channel. And that's a nice energy exchange for me, because remember, I'm doing this full time now, right? Cool. All right, guys, so I'll see you in the extended if you can. Take care. Bye.